ng buong mundo. Ang tibay ng samaang Pilipino. Tanduay Rum, world's #1 rum. Higit 165 years na nagpapatibay ng samahang Pilipino. Tibay ng loob. By Tanduay. Stay home muna tayo. Tanduay Rum. Drink responsibly.
Dad, nawatas lang.
Okay, good morning. Okay, so we will going to continue with our classes. So, meron na lang tayo ng tatlong module under yan. Wait lang tatlong unit under module 2. So, yung tatlong unit will be the coverage of your final exam. So, regarding your midterm exam, so yung score ibibigay ko by Friday na lang kasi by Thursday we will mayroon kasi kaming presentation of researches. So medyo magiging busy muna ako from today until Thursday kasi mag-present kami sa Thursday. So by Friday I can give you the quizzes, the score of the quizzes at saka yung midterm exam. So yung hindi pa nakapass ng mga activities, please do pass your activities. And also, I'm reminding your mathematical investigation. So kung may problem, please direct message me, PM nyo lang po ako for the mathematical investigation. So ang kailangan ko lang is yung Word file. Nandun, naibigay ko naman yung format. So please do your mathematical investigation in a Word file. So since we only have 3 units under Module 2 at that will be our last lecture for the final exam. So ibig sabihin, I guess baka early tayo matapos sa December kasi ang klase natin sa December is until December 18. Wait lang December 18 lang yung last klase natin and Christmas break na. So, babalik tayo by January 4. So, January 4 ang klase natin for the next school year. So, ibig sabihin, baka early yung matapos ang klase natin. So, anong gagawin natin? So, you're going to do your activities. So, follow up na lang ako palagi. Do all the activities and also do your mathematical investigation. Kasi yun ang main part ng inyong project. The mathematical investigation, gagawa lang ako ng Google form para doon nyo na lang lahat i-submit or i-attach ang MS Word file ninyo sa Google form para doon ko lang lahat makita. Kasi pag sa email, ang dami, nandun din yung ibang section. So, lahat kayo is in 200. So, kapag gagawa ko ng Google form, so lahat lang ng BEF 4A ay nandoon yung mga files ninyo. Okay? So, just do your mathematical investigations and your activities. Kasi 3 units na lang ang kulang. Pagka yung isang unit ngayon, so by next week, ang isang unit. Kasi more on activities kasi sa inyo. So, the activities for today's topic will be uploaded by Wednesday or by Friday. So, antayin nyo lang. So, after that, by Friday din i-upload ang inyong quiz number 3. So, yung quiz 1 and 2, naibigay ko na during midterm. So, part yun ng score. So, doon sa midterm. Yung quiz 3, quiz 4, and quiz 5 will be part of your will be part of your final exam. So, titingnan ko kung ilang quiz. Baka gagawa na lang ako ng 2 quizzes for final exam, for final coverage. Okay? So, I guess, direct message mo lang, PM nyo lang po ako regarding sa mathematical investigation. Meron ng, I guess, 3 of you at 3 of your classmates have already PM me regarding their topic at yung iba ay okay na. So, yun lang muna. So, we will now go to our first topic in the final session. So, nandito na po tayo sa Unit 3. Unit 3 is the heuristics making a calculated guess. So, part pa rin tayo sa heuristic kasi problem solving. So, we already discussed the first part of the heuristic, yung sa midterm exam kasama yung, wait lang heuristic giving a representation. So, diniscuss ko na yon, wherein you have draw a diagram, model or picture, you draw a table and make a systematic list. So ngayon, sa heuristic, making a calculated guess, the topics under this one, the approaches are the look for patterns, guess and check or trial and improvement, and make a supposition. So ito yung under sa calculated guess. Bakit siya calculated guess? Kasi you're not sure if tama ba yung nag-guessing na po kayo. Kaya nga ang look for patterns minsan kasi akala mo yun na yung procedure, yung pala yung katulad na ginawa natin sa isa, yung sa mapa ba yung galing sa point A to point B, wherein there is another angle of finding a looking for patterns. So that is why it's under making a calculated guess. Ang guess and check naman is part of the making a calculated guess because trial and error ang ginagawa natin. Kasi check natin kung tama ba siya sa pag-answer o hindi. And also the make supposition. So make supposition is another version of guess and check. So I'm going to discuss these 3 topics under heuristics, making a calculated guess later on. So we will start with the look for a pattern. So ano itong look for a pattern? So ayan, may nakikita tayong, this is a symbol of looking for a pattern wherein a certain guy trying to find out using a magnifying lens. So ginagamit niya yung magnifying lens, tingnan niya yung patterns na meron sa green na cloth, blue cloth, and pink cloth. So ganon. So ni-specify niya lang yung look for patterns. So, look for pattern is a strategy in which students look for patterns in the data in order to solve the problem. So, it is a strategy daw. Students look for items or numbers. So, you look for items or numbers or figures that are repeated or a series of events that repeat. So, tinitingnan namin yung mga sequence, kung ano ba merong na common sila. It's either common sa difference or addition, or common sa ratio, which is multiplication and division. Next, it can be used to solve many math problems and can be used in combination with many other strategies. So, lahat ng ibang strategies, pwede mong i-combine yung look for patterns sa ibang strategies na na-tackle natin. So, ang look for patterns daw can be a combination with draw a table, make a systematic list, or simplify the problem. So, yung draw a table and make systematic list, I already discussed this under heuristic making a representation. Yung previous. Itong simplify the problem, later on pa to. Sa ibang heuristics category naman, ang simplify the problem. Okay. So, yun yung heuristics, look for patterns. Okay, so for example, we have here, This is an example. So, Sheena uses the letters in her name to form the pattern below. What will be the 450th letter in the pattern? So, ang tinatanong niya is, ano ang letter sa Sheena ang magbibilong sa 450th? So, ibig sabihin, it can either be S, H, or yung E. Hindi na, okay naman to, E din to, or N, or A. Basta sa Sheena lang, the letters found in Sheena. So we all know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are 6 letters in the word Sheena. So paano natin makukuha yan? So we have here, yan. So ano tong 67 blocks? Ang 67 blocks, ibig sabihin, we have Sheena. This is 1 block. Another Sheena, 2 blocks. Ang sabi daw, meron kang 67 blocks of Sheena. So we have 1 block, 2 block, and 67 blocks. So lahat ito ay blocks ha. So paano to nakuha ang blocks? So you just get the 405. Yan. I-divide mo ilang ilang letter meron ang Sheena. So the letter in Sheena is 6. So divide that to 6. Give us 67 point something. Yan. So yung 67 na round figure ang kukunin natin. So if we're going to multiply 67 times 6, 67 yung whole number, kunin mo yung whole number na answer, times mo sa 6, it will give us 402. So ibig sabihin, ang kailangan natin is 405. So sa 402, magpo-fall ang A. Diyan magpo-fall ang A. 400 seconds. So that is why, in the 403, mapo-fall na si S. 404, mapo-fall si H. At si letter E naman ay sa 405. So from this point, we can now determine that the letter E, kasi itong sinasabi, what will be the 405th letter in the pattern? So letter E is the 405th letter in the pattern. So ganun lang pa yung pag-analyze ng problem. So this is an example of a easiest problem wherein pwede nyong i-analyze yung name niya. Tapos, ilang blocks. So, since 405 ang kailangan, so, ilang blocks ang, i-divide mo yan sa ilang letters meron si Sheena. So, since 6 letters, so, nakita natin 405 divided by 6 will give us 67. Hence, wait lang Wait, dali lang. $405 divided by 6 will give you 67. Hence, there are 67 blocks for Sheena. Since 67 blocks meron, i-multiply natin sa 6 para makita natin kung ilang letters ang ginamit. So, there are 402 letters. So, 402, since 405 ang kailangan, so yung 402nd na letter, which is letter A, so ang susunod doon is H-E-E, hanggang makuha natin si 405. So that is how you're going to answer in a looking for patterns. So, example lang yan. Ito yung pinaka-basic sa looking for patterns. Okay, so we have another example. Yan. So, this another example. May question ba? May question ba regarding dito? Morning. May questions? So, itong example sa looking for patterns, medyo easy to kasi hanapin mo lang yung ika-400 feet. So, instead of counting lahat yan, so pwede mo nang i-diretso, i-divide, tapos i-times, tapos i-locate mo na yung pang 405th letter sa pattern. Now, so ito yung medyo, hindi naman siya medyo difficult, but challenging example. So, sinabi dito, if you build a four-sided pyramid, so anong ibig sabihin ng four-sided pyramid? So, meron kang apat na sides. Dito, 1, dito na naman, so, sa kabila 2, sa kabila ang 3, tapos sa likuran ang 4. So, that is a four-sided pyramid. Next, if you build a four-sided pyramid using basketballs. So, basketball. So, ang binigay kong example kasi wala akong makitang basketball. So, binigay kong example is, this is a round shape. I don't know anong stone ball ata to. Hindi ata itong, pwede naman to, pero it's a stone ball. Pero hindi siya yung ginagamit sa baseball. Okay, so, and don't count the bottom as a side. So, hindi mo i-count yung sa baba as a side. Ito lang, pyramid, no? Four-sided pyramid. Ngayon, how many balls? Ito yung hinanap. How many balls will there be in a pyramid that has 6 layers? Ano ibig sabihin? 6 layers. So, ito yung first layer. Ito yung second layer. Third layer. Fourth layer. Fifth layer. And sixth layer. So, ibig sabihin ng hinahanap, Rita, hanap ako ng like orange. Ang hinahanap is until this one. Diyan. Ito lang. The sixth layer. Yan. Okay, so we will try to answer this one using the 4 Polya step or the process in answering problem solving. So we will have understand the problem, devise a plan, carry out the plan, and review the solution. So we'll start with the understanding the problem. So ito yung understanding the problem. The top layer will have 1 basketball. So national ang basketball yan ha. So the top layer, top layer natin, will have 1 basketball. So obviously naman may isang basketball lang talaga dyan. Find how many balls there will be in each layer of a pyramid. Kasi we will start with 1 ball. Then we will now find how many balls there will be in each layer of the pyramid from the first to the 6th layer. Kasi hanggang 6th layer lang yung pinapahanap. Next, find how many basketballs will be in the entire pyramid. Ibig sabihin, so presuming may 1 ball dito, tapos dito may 4 na ball. So isa-isa natin kukunin. And then we will just add so that we can have how many basketballs will there be in the entire pyramid. Ano bang question? How many balls will there be in the pyramid that has 6 layers? So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng layer i-add natin para makuha kung ilang basketballs ang kailangan to build a pyramid with a 6 layers. So, yun ang pinapahanap natin. Kasi meron din naman, pwede naman i-change yung problem wherein how many balls will there be in the 6th layer. So, ganun lang. How many balls in the 6th layer? So, ibig sabihin, 6 layers lang ang kailangan niya. Pero sa question na ito is, how many balls will there be in a pyramid that has? So, ibig sabihin, ilan ang kailangan mong balls to create a 6-layer pyramid. So, that it means you need to count how many balls in 1 layer plus in the 2nd layer plus in the 3rd layer, in the 4th layer, and 5th and the 6th layer. So, i-add na natin yon para ma-answer ang pinapahanap. So, after that, ano ang gagawin natin? So, sinabi niya, ang plan na gagamitin niya is look for patterns. Pwede ba i-answer yan using a look for pattern? So, titingnan natin kung kaya ang look for pattern. Okay, so he carry out the plan. Yan na yung plan niya. So, na-create siya ng layer, balls added, balls in this layer. So, nag-start tayo sa layer 1, layer 2, hanggang 6 layers. So, in the top, merong isang balls na nilagay. So, all in all, may 1 ball. In the second layer, may 3 ball lang nilagay. So, all in all, there will be 4. So, saan kinuha si 4? Ito yan. The top layer plus that second layer will give you 4. In the third layer, kailangan na yung 5. So, pag i-add mo yan, it will give you 9. So, in the fourth layer, nagdagdag ng 7 balls. Pag i-add natin yan, will give you 16. So, hanggang sa nakuha na, in the sixth layer, there will be 36. So, yan, may question. Presumably, we want this minimum number of balls per square. So, nag-carry out siya ng plan, pero hindi pa siya sure kung tama ba yung kanyang pag-carry out ng plan. So, gumawa siya uli ng ganyan. Anong tawag dito? Looking for pattern. Ito kasi is looking for pattern using a table. Ngayon, the problem solver, so he or she, create another strategy. We're in looking for pattern using draw a picture. So, nag-draw siya ng picture para makita niya kung ilang ba talaga meron sa layers. So, sa layer 1, meron tayong 1 ball. Yan. Sa layer 2, which is the color red, itong color red itong red na, hanap ako ng kulay doon. Itong red side, this is the layer 2. Since it is a four-sided pyramid, 4-sided, so you need 4 triangle. So, layer 2 has 4 balls. Yan. Tapos, layer 3. So, paano to? So, from the red one, itong red, nag-add siya ng 4 kasi 4-sided eh. Wait lang hanap ako ng ibang color para makita. Ay, what? Ito, sa isang red na ito, nagdagdag siya ng 4. Ito. Yan. Ngayon, sa isang red na naman, nagdagdag siya ng 4. Ito. Sa isang red na to, nag-add siya ng 4. Yan. Sa isang red, 4 din. Kasi 4-sided eh. 4-sided pyramid. So, ilang balls kailangan sa layer 3? So, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, there are 9 balls. So this one, nag-create siya na layer 1, 1 ball. Layer 2, 4 balls. Layer 3, 9 balls. So, in-assume. So, nag-assume na siya. I mean, hindi naman assume. Parang nag-guess na siya na there are patterns. Because 1, 4, and 9 are all square numbers. Diba? These are all square numbers. So, we have 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 3, 9. So, from these 3 figures, nag-assume na siya na may pattern. Kasi, if we have layer 1, multiply to itself para makuha ang 1 ball. If nasa layer 2 na siya, multiply to itself para makuha si 4 balls. Pag sa layer 3 na siya, multiply to itself para makuha si 9 balls. So, in-assume, pag sa layer 4 are 16, kasi 4 times 4, 16. Layer 5 is 5 times 5, 25. Layer 6 is 6 times 6, 36. So, ito yung mga bola na kailangan sa pag-create ng layer. So, since we have complete na yung layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we will add ang answer. So, sa layer 1, may isang ball plus, layer 2, 4 balls plus, layer 3, 9 balls plus, layer 4, 16 balls plus, layer 5, 25 plus, layer 6, 36. So, we have 91 balls. So, sinabi, on the sixth layer, in creating a pyramid, in creating a six-layer pyramids, we need 91 balls total. So, yan po ang pagkuha ng balls. So, ano nangyari dun sa first? Yan. Pag ito yung ginawa natin, meron lang tayong 36 balls. So, ibig sabihin, from 91 to 36, magkaiba talaga yung kanyang, yung kanyang patterns. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko. If hindi makuha sa pagkuha ng patterns na using this one, kasi ito yung in-assume niya, kailangan niya ng 3 balls. So, in 3, meron siyang 3 balls. Tapos, in 5, 3 daw, merong 5 balls. So, medyo mali na yung pagkakuha niya dyan. So, that is why, na-create siya dito ng iba using draw a figure at yun, nakita niya na ano pa ang, there is another way in looking for a pattern. So, the correct answer is, you need 91 balls to create a 6 layers pyramid. So, now we go to the review of solution. So, ito yung answer natin. Did you found the total number of basketballs in the 6-layer pyramid? So, nakuha na natin. Yes. And then, you're going to check if tama ba yung pagka-solve nyo. So, to-check nyo kung 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 36 is 91. Titingnan nyo ba yung 1 times 1 is equals to 1 ba talaga ginawa nyo? 2 times 2 is equals to 4 and so on. So that is how you're going to create ang pag-answer sa 4-sided pyramid using basketball. So, any question before we continue with the guess and check or the trial and improvement heuristics? Any question? Question tayo.
None, ma'am.
None. Okay, so continue na tayo. So, next is the heuristic guess and check. So, ito yung trial and improvement. Mostly ginagamit din natin to, di ba? Check na, i-guess natin ito. Kung ito yung gagamitin natin, tama ba siya? Kung hindi siya tama, so another na naman figure, tama ba siya? So, hanggang sa makuha ang correct number. Okay, so what is this guess and check, trial and improvement? So, it is a method of solving equations when you cannot do it by normal algebraic methods. So, ito yung ginagamit kung hindi mo na magawa or hindi mo magamit yung normal algebraic methods. Next, it is a problem-solving strategy where students can use to solve mathematical problems by guessing. So, guessing lang. Guessing the answers and then checking that the guess fits the conditions of the problem. So, kaya guess and then check. So, one of the most powerful methods, so sinabi dito, one of the most powerful methods daw to of solving differential equation. So, this is the powerful methods in solving differential equation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi talaga siya yung powerful sa ibang problem solving. Pero if you're going to solve differential equations, so ito yung most powerful methods. So, bakit daw? Differential equations, these are equations involving an unknown function and its derivatives. So, ano tong differential equation? For example, we have 4x plus y equals 3. So, ito na yung sinasabing differential equations wherein we will try to guess if x is 1, perhaps ang y is -1. Oh. So, we have 4 plus -1 give us 3. So, ito na yung ginaguess natin. Ginaguess natin na si x, si y, si x, ang value ng x is 1 and the value of y is -1. Kaya ito ay, ang guess and check is the most powerful methods in solving differential equation. Ito yung example ng differential equation. So, it doesn't mean siya yung most powerful method, powerful methods na din siya sa ibang problem solvings, no? So, this guess and check is only the most powerful methods in the solving differential equations. Okay. So, we have here two terms. So, conjecture and the proof. So, yung conjecture is a mathematician's guess. So, pag i-look back mo to check the answers and prove nyo na this is valid, then yung conjecture ay magiging proof. So, from the conjecture, magiging proof na siya if the conjecture is true to all. Pero pag hindi siya true to all, only a guess, kasi guess lang kasi itong conjecture. Kaya nga, yung ating reasoning, di ba, yung deductive and inductive reasoning, meron doon yung parang hindi siya ang true to all. Parang kasi true observation lang to create a conjecture. That is why conjecture is known to be a mathematician's guess only. Okay, so that is the definitions for the guess and check. Now we will go with the answering it to a certain problem. Okay, so meron tayong problem dito. BJ is presented with the equations below. So, insert one pair of the brackets. So, sinabi, ito yung equation. So, we're going to insert one pair of brackets in each equation to make it true. So, saan kaya natin nilalagay yung brackets? So, brackets can be open and close parentheses. O pwede din yung brace, ganyan. O pwede din ganito. Yan. So, ngayon, saan tayo lalagay natin para magiging 46 siya? If I'm going to write 4 times, yan, dyan dito ilalagay ko. That will give me 46. So, tingnan natin 4 times, this is 11, 29, divide 3, plus 6. Yan. So, 4 times 29 is, ano ba?
116.
116. So, divide by 3 plus 6 equals 46. So, i-divide natin yan sa 3, we give us 38 point something. So, dito pa lang, hindi na siya true. So, perhaps sa ibang value. So, this is wrong. So, ngayon, we will create another. Erase ko lang dito. Okay, so perhaps saan natin ilagay ang open and close brackets? So we will try dito. How about kasi we're still using the PEMDAS, Yan. So how about meron tayong ganito. Dito tayo yan. So we have does this give us equals to 46? So we have 4 times 11 plus 18 divided by 9. So, 4 times 11 is 44 plus 18 divided by 9 is, 2. And this give us 46. So, this is the correct answer. Correct procedure. So, ibig sabihin, ang open and close bracket or the one pair of brackets must be in the 3 plus 6. Diyan siya para makuha natin si 46. So this is an example, a good example of the guess and check. So we will guess na baka doon yung open and close. So tapos i-solve, check natin kung tama ba. So pag hindi, wrong yung ating guessing. So nakita natin baka nandito siya sa 3 and 6. So pag check natin, yes, it must be in the 3 and 6. So that is for guessing and check. Okay, so we still have another example. So ito yung another example. So using for Polya's steps, understanding, devise, carry out the plan, and review the solution. So ano ang problem natin? So we have a problem here. So Ben knows 100 baseball players by name. 10 are Red Sox. The rest are Blue Jays and Diamondbacks. He knows the names of twice as many Diamondbacks as Blue Jays. How many Blue Jays does he know by name? So pag isang basa lang natin, di natin medyo naintindihan ano ang problem. So we'll try to use the understand the problem. So sinabi, there are twice as many Diamondbacks as Blue Jays. Saan niya kinuha to? Yan o. Twice as many Diamondbacks as Blue Jays. Yan. There are 10 Red Sox. Ito yung sinabi. 10 are Red Sox. So there are 10 Red Sox. The number of Blue Jays and Diamondbacks should equal to 90. Saan niya? Saan niya ito kinuha? Wala namang 90 dito. Ito na yon. Sinabi niya, Ben knows 100 baseball players. Yan. 10 ang Red Sox. So, ibig sabihin, 100 minus 10. So, 90. Kasi sinabi dito, the rest are Blue Jays and Diamondbacks. So, 90 ang number of Blue Jays and Diamondbacks. Ngayon, ano tinatanong? How many Blue Jays does he know by name? So, through this given, hahanapin mo yun. You're trying to answer the given to solve this problem. So, ito yung given. So, ang gagamitin natin is guess and check. So, to answer how many Blue Jays does he know by name? So, Ben yun ang question, no? Ben knows 100 players. So, there are twice as many Diamondbacks as Blue Jays. There are 10 Red Sox. 90 yung total ng Blue Jays and Diamondbacks. Okay. Ayan. So, we will use a figure, table there, so that we can observe kung ano ang magiging problem natin. So, meron tayong table. Makikita ang table. So, ito yung Blue Jays, Diamondbacks, Red Sox, then total. So, yung first guess natin. So, ano tong guess number? Sabi, assuming first guess. First guess. Kasi mostly mga scientists, ganun ginagawa nila. First experiment. So, tama. So, second experiment. So, ganun din ang ginagawa ng scientists. Guess and check sila. So, first guess natin. So, if ever meron tayong 10 Blue Jays, ano ba sinabi Sinabi dito, twice yung diamond blocks as Blue Jays. So, ibig sabihin, si diamond box, i-times lang ng 2 kasi twice siya. So, diamond box is 20. And we all know the Red Sox is 10. So, we have 40. And this is wrong. Sinabi dito, the answer must be 100. Okay, mag-second guess tayo. Second guess. So, assuming 40 si Blue Jays. So, times 2, we have 80. So, si Red Sox is 10. So, dito pa lang, mali na tayo kasi dapat 90 daw. 90 ang kanyang total. Para pag i-multiply mo, i-add mo ng 10, magiging 100 yan. Since this one is not equals to 90, 40 plus 80 is 120. More than nasa 90. So, second guess natin is wrong. Okay, how about third guess natin? We will try to find out na pag i-multiply mo siya, kasi si diamond box is 2 times Blue Jays. Si Blue Jays is X. So ngayon, pwede natin gawin yan through this one. Yung sinabi ko kanina, yung equation. So, we assume na si Blue Jays is X and diamond box is 2X. Bakit 2X? Kasi twice man siya sa Blue Jays. And then yung total nila is, anong total ng Blue Jays and diamond box? Diba? 100 minus 10 give us 90. So, X plus 2X must be equals to 90. So, pwede nating, kasi pag mag-guess tayo tapos hindi natin makuha, we will use the differential equation. Yan na, equation na natin. So, X plus 2X equals 90. And since parehas naman silang X, so we will have 3X equals 90. So, hence, X is 30. So, ibig sabihin, si X daw is 30. So, times 2, we have 60. So, pag i-add mo yan, automatic naman yan is 90. So, plus 10, 100. So, ito yung correct procedures. So, pag hindi na natin makuha ang guessing, we will use the equation na. So, equation is part of the guess and check or trial and improvement. So, after that, so anong review nating solution? Did you found the number of Blue Jays? Yes, we have found that Blue Jays is 30. Then we will check the math to be sure it is correct. So, 30 doubled is 60. Wait lang ha. Sandali lang. Then check the math. Sorry for that. Okay, did you found the number? So yes tayo. So check the math. So bakit kailangan natin check the math? Kasi kailangan natin be sure na tama yung ating pag-solve. Kasi minsan sa pagmamadali natin, nalimutan natin na dapat i-multiply pa pala yun ng 2. Nalimutan natin si multiplication sa 2. Okay, so we check the math. So si Blue Jays is 30. Nakita natin. So, is Blue Jay, as yung diamond box, dapat twice siya. So, twice ng Blue Jay. So, be sure na dinoble natin si 30. So, 30 times 2, we have 60. So, correct. And then we add the 30 and the 60 and the 10 must be 100. So, it gives us 100. Hence, our solving is correct. So, ganun lang po yung sa review. Review the solution. Okay. So, question. Question po tayo. Sa trial and improvement. So, yun lang po yung trial and improvement. So, under guessing pa rin tayo. So, guessing yan. So, the last under the trial improvement is the make supposition. So, suppose, ganun po yung ating make supposition. So, making up supposition. So, suppose, what if, suppose. So, guessing pa rin yan. So, what is this make suppositions? So, this is the most common problem-solving techniques. Most common problem-solving techniques. Use this method to solve. So, ito yung example, pag hindi na makuha sa guess and check, ito na yung gagamitin mo. Solve the more complex. So, ibig sabihin si supposition is the highest level of guess and check. Kasi, pag hindi na makain guess and check, complex na masyado siya, you can use the supposition. So, it is known to be faster and more systematic. It is usually prepared as compared to the guess and check method to solve certain math questions. So, it is known to be faster and more systematic. So, usually prepared as compared to the guess and check method to solve certain math questions. Okay, so yun po yung supposition, the higher level of guess and check. Okay, so we have an example. So for our guess and check, so we have only one example for the guess and check. Kasi higher version lang siya, supposition, kasi higher version lang kasi ito siya ng guess and check. So, parehas lang sila ng guess and check, medyo sa mataas na level lang po. Okay, so isang example lang tayo sa problem in solving the suppositions, and then so since it's already 9:27, so I still have 3 minutes more. Okay. So what will be the example for this one? So sa example na tayo ng supposition. For example, we have Farmer James has some ducks, horses, cows on his farm. He has 30 ducks and cows altogether. The total number of legs and the legs of the ducks and cows have is 82. The total number of legs the horses have is 28. How many ducks and how many cows are on the farm? So, hinahanap is ducks and ang hinahanap pala is the number of ducks and the number of cows, not the legs. Okay, so how we are going to solve this one? So, supposition to So, nag-suppose tayo. Suppose that James has 30 ducks. Kasi sinabi dito, he has 30 ducks and cows altogether. So, in-assume ni James, meron siyang 30 ducks. So, ibig sabihin, si cows, walang cows. So, in-assume lang niya. 30 ducks times 2. O, saan to kinuha ang 2? Kasi ang 30 ducks may legs. Kasi ang given din naman dito, the total number of legs the ducks and cows have is 28. So, dapat 28. Dapat 82 lahat. So, 30 times 2. May pamanlego pa, Kil. Bira lang. 30 times 2 is equals to 60. Kasi yung legs, meron tayong dalawang legs ng ducks. So, since we have 30 ducks times 2, we have 60 legs. Pero, sinabi, kung wala ang cow, so ibig sabihin lahat sila ay ducks lang, dapat 82. But since 60 lang magbibigay, so meron tayong sobrang 22 legs. So, ano tong magiging 22 legs? So, itong 22 legs ay sobra to. So, we all know, baka meron talagang cow na kasama sa counting. Hindi natin, kasi sa first part is naka-assume siya. So, since meron tayong 22 na sobra, and alam natin na pag merong, anong tawag yan? Di ba, 4 yung paa ng cow. So, additional of 2 na sobra ang meron sa cow. So that is why meron tayong ganyan. A cow has 2 more legs than a duck. So na-assume niya, baka itong sobra na to, dapat meron talaga siyang cow. So since ang cow ay sobra ng 2 legs, kasi si duck is 2. So 4 yung cow. So yung 22, dinivide niya na lang into 2. So dalawang sobrang paa. So 22 divided by 2 give us 11 cows. So since meron tayong 11 cows, and ang question is, there are 30 ducks and cows altogether. So 30 minus 11, so naka-assume na siya 19 yung ducks. So kung merong 19 ducks and 11 cows, tama na ba yung pagsagot natin? So check natin. So 19 plus 11 give us 30, correct. So 19 times 2 plus 11 times 4. So i-times na natin yan. So i-times nyo, dapat ito is 38 and this one is 44. So pag i-add natin is that will give us 82. Dapat kasi total number of legs and the ducks must be 82. So since 38 plus 44 give us 82, so tama na yung in-assume, suppose natin. There are 19 ducks and 11 cows. So ganun po yung suppose. Mas higher version sa trial and improvement. Pag nag-trial and improvement ka, marami ka pang proseso na gagawin. Itong suppose, so higher version siya. So nag-suppose kagad siya na meron lang ducks, walang cows. So after that, nakita niya may sobrang legs. So yung sobrang legs, dinivide niya sa additional na legs na meron ang cow. So which is, 4 yung legs kesa sa 2 legs ng ducks. So 22, dinivide niya lang ng 2, which is additional legs ng cows. So nandoon, nakita na may 11 cows. So from 11, sinabtract niya sa altogether na 30 and gives us 19. So ganun yung pagkakuha ng suppose. So sa problem, tingnan nyo ito. The total number of legs and horses have is 28. So this is yung sinasabi ko. Ito na yung sinasabi kong merong given na problem na hindi na kailangan natin gagamitin. Pampagulo lang sa ating problema. Like this one. Itong legs ng horses, hindi naman natin ginamit. Wala naman siyang news. So minsan kasi merong ganyan na problem. Nagbibigay lang ng pampagulo na hindi naman natin ginamit. Okay, so medyo nagmamadali ako kasi it's already past 9:33. So may question ba? So yung activity the explore, elaborate, and evaluate, I will post that on Wednesday. Pag wala pa, on Friday ko ipopost. And I'm going to give the deadline hanggang December 13 pa yan. So 2 weeks more from the posting. So questions? Meron bang question? May questions?
Wala na, ma'am.
Okay, so paki-on lang sandali, then I'm going to dismiss now for the attendance lang to. Okay. So, open lang and then, wait lang. Okay, so, okay, so if no more questions, so see you by next Monday. So next Monday kayo pupunta na kayo sa Google Classroom ninyo for the updates of activities by Wednesday and Friday. Okay, thank you for your time. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.